Good morning, members. You may take your seats. We can start our meeting, members. Let's start our meeting with a word of prayer. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your pardoned favor us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen. Thank you, members. So I believe, members, you have the agenda with you of the day. Do you have? Yes, we have. Don't have? Honorable Wanjiru, do you have? You do. Honorable Chair doesn't have. Can we have a copy for her? And Honorable Lucky. No, let everybody get a copy. So everybody has a copy, so we have enough. We have an agenda to adopt to, because you have looked at the agenda. Could I have a proposer and a seconder for that matter? Honorable Maeke proposes, Honorable Mwanga seconds. Okay. Communication from the chair. Mine is just to welcome you here today to tackle the matter before us, the agenda, which I will shortly be taking you through. But most importantly, let us have a sober discussion, a discussion that is going to help us and help the people of Machakos. There are no personal vendettas here to sort. There are no issues to do with who did what or who did not do what. We want to solve this problem and get to the bottom of it for benefits of our people. Are we together? It is not personal issues, members. And I don't want to hear shouting across or somebody wanting to attack another. Let's tackle the matter. Tuko pamoja? Let's tackle the matter and get a solution about it. I am not interested in things that happened in the past concerning this same meeting. I'm not going to go back to that issue of the past. where some members were saying they don't recognize, I don't recognize me as a speaker, I am not going there. I'm not interested, it doesn't serve any purpose. So let's just proceed with us that has brought us here and ensure that the people of Machakos gets what belongs to them. Because that is our core business. The assembly core business, there are three: oversight, representation, and legislation. That is the work of the assembly. Other personal issues, let's not bring them here. And the three core business, their objective is to ensure that there is service delivery and service delivery in the right way, and the finances of people of Machakos are put into the right use at the right time and for the right purpose. Okay? Yeah, so let's stick to that. When we get to this matter now before us, which I have not yet introduced, I would expect members to contribute, make contribution, which are not attacking anyone. I have repeated that twice now. No attacks, just tackling the matter. We'll be giving you an opportunity to contribute. I'll also, during that time for contribution, members, you'll be introducing yourself. Because the team that I'll introduce, I'll ask them to introduce, is the team from the executive and perhaps the secretariat. Our membership will just be saying your name if you are contributing, and that will be the time for your introduction. Tuko pamoja? Yeah, so that is how we are going to tackle it. Now I would like to ask the Sergeant at Arms to bring in our guests, that is the members from the executive who are with us. We'll go through it when they are here. Yes. Yes. I think that should be the yeah, where are we having them? Where is the Dominic? Oh, Dominic. Okay. Are the seats enough for them? Yes. How many are they? They are 5. So we have enough seats there, members. Our guests will sit there. Any other question? Before members, before the executive come in? Any other? These are just matters for us here before they come in. Any other issue, any other matter? So, Sergeant at Arms, please bring our guests. Yes, yes.
Thank you. Maybe before they arrive.
Mm-hmm. Which question is that? Page 5? Yeah? 2A. 2A. If the 9, okay, confirm if the 9 revenue officers in question have been assigned duties and their duty stations. I don't think so. I don't see. Sorry?
Clarify on what the deputy speaker is raising. And I think we should clarify on that as the chair public service board. That was part of the statement which was sought by the seeker of the statement. Sorry, chair committee, labor and public service. Yes. Committee, there is no problem.
All right. So, Honorable Diaz, that question is part of the statement. The statement that is the backbone of today's meeting. The 9 sub-county revenue officers is part of it, okay? And the invitation was, as mentioned, that the letter for invitation written to the County Public Service Board, as mentioned, all that. So it is part of this meeting, okay? Karibuni sana our guests, the secretary to the board, the chair, the devolution, yeah, then the county secretary. Before we give you an opportunity to introduce yourself, we'll take you through oath taking so that you can now validly be with us here as part of this meeting. And I would request the concerned to take through our guests through the oath taking.
I, Juliana Ndunge Mutisia, solemnly swear that the information I am going to give before this committee on the matter under consideration is the truth, nothing but the whole truth, so help me God.
I, Albanus Mutisia, solemnly swear that the information I am going to give before this committee on the matter under consideration is the truth, nothing but the whole truth, so help me God.
I, Anastasia Wayua, solemnly swear, affirm that the information I'm going to give before this committee on the matter under consideration is the truth, nothing but the whole truth. So help me God.
I, Dr. Moyanda Buki, solemnly swear that the information I'm going to give before this committee on the matter under consideration is the truth, nothing but the whole truth, so help me God.
Thank you very much for that exercise. At this point, I would like just to give you a few minutes. You introduce yourselves to us. Before you came in, we had a discussion with the members of the County Assembly that because of the time and because of numbers, we shall not introduce ourselves. But when a member is contributing, they will say their name and the ward that they represent. However, I will also give the opportunity to the Secretariat to introduce themselves. Then after that, I'll give you an opportunity through the county secretary for your introduction. Okay? But at the moment, it's the secretariat. Dominic?
Thank you. My name is Dominic Musioka, Head of Procedure and Committee Services. And Chair, I give the opportunity to the other members of Secretariat to introduce themselves.
Proceed.
My name is Brian Mudhusi, the Head of Legal and Library Services.
My name is Judy Zuki, Committee Clerk. Thank you.
Yes, I'm Muli Jonathan, Sergeant at Arms.
Thank you. How about the rest? So long as you are inside here, you form part of this. Okay?
Erastus Mutua, Sergeant at Arms.
Daniel Ndambuki, Sergeant at Arms.
Thank you. Thank you, Secretariat. Now, the County Secretary, you can introduce your team.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you for the invitation. My name is Dr. Moya Ndambuki, the County Secretary and Head of Public Service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Anastasia Wayua, responsible for devolution.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Albanas Mutisia, Chairman, Public Service Board.
Thank you very much, Chair.
Madam Speaker, honorable members, I'm glad to be here. My name is Juliana Mutisia, Secretary and CEO to the County Public Service Board of Machakos. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Secretary for the board. That is the introduction. Now we go to the subject matter of this meeting. And the subject matter of the meeting is twofold. There is the interrogation of the County Secretary, County Executive Committee member in charge of public service and performance management. Is that so? Or is devolution? Okay. Okay.
Devolution.
Here, okay, it's devolution and County Public Service Board. There is a statement that was sought on recruitment, deployment, and an assignment of duties to some officers by the county government of Machakos. And the B of the subject matter is implementation status of a motion debated and approved by the Assembly on 4th March 2025, with the prayers that the county government of Machakos freezes recruitment of personnel, including the recently advertised positions of village administrators, until a comprehensive staff audit is done, report presented, and recommendations made by this Assembly. The Executive presents to the Assembly a list of the county staff paid outside the integrated payroll and personnel database, IPDD, systems, including details of the job description. That is the subject matter of our today's discussion, and it is twofold. Now, I want to give a brief of those two subject matters. Okay? Honorable members, this sitting is convened pursuant to Article 183, Subarticle 3 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 39, subsection 2 of the County Government Act 2012, Section 18 and 19 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act 2017, and Standing Order 189C Suborder 3. The committee is cognizant of a statement regarding recruitment, redeployment, and the assignment of duties to certain officers by the county government of Machakos. honorable members, recall that the matter was committed to the Labour, Public Service and ICT Committee following a statement sought on 15th July 2025. The committee undertook preliminary engagements and requested relevant documentations from the County Executive and the County Public Service Board. However, as captured in the program reports tabled before this House, on 30th June 2026, the committee encountered significant challenges, notably, A, delay to submit all requested documentations despite formal requests and reminders. B, partial and insufficient responses from the County Public Service Board. And C, lack of clarity on key staffing and deployment matters. However, from the responses received from the County Public Service Board, the committee noted the following critical issues. A, on why 9 sub-county revenue officers were receiving remuneration without being assigned any responsibilities. The County Public Service Board responded, deployment force under the mandate of the relevant chief officer or the head of County Public Service pursuant to Section 72 of the County Government Act 2012. Recruitment of ward and village administration has been ongoing since 2022, including Roman 1, 25 ward administrators engaged on 3-year contract effective 1st November 2023. Roman 2, multiple cohorts of village administrators appointed in 2023 and 2025. That is, 41 village administrators were appointed on 30th November 2023. 165 village administrators were appointed on 18th February 2025. However, full supporting documentation on these recruitments has not been provided. Recruitment appears to have continued notwithstanding the Assembly resolutions of 4th March 2025 freezing employment pending a staffing audit. Critical documentation on individual officers, academics, and professional documents remain outstanding. The committee had requested information from the County Executive through the following letters. A request for information on the said statement to the County Secretary and Head of Public Service, filed letter dated 21st August 2025. The County Secretary responded through a letter dated 27th August 2025. The reference number is there, requesting for 21 days extension of time to enable preparation of satisfactory response. Noting that 21 days requested by the County Secretary lapsed on 17th September 2025, the committee, through a letter referenced given there, dated 16th September 2025, reminded the County Secretary to forward the relevant information on the same. A second letter, that is reminder number 2, was forwarded to the County Secretary through the letter referenced. The reference is given there. It was dated 6th October 2025. The committee has been following up with the County Public Service Board to obtain critical documentation necessary to verify compliance with qualifications, requirements, and recruitment procedures. Consequently, the House, upon consideration of the progress report, resolved that the matter be referred to the General Oversight Committee for further consideration. So the one sitting today is the General Oversight Committee, composed of the 60 members plus the Secretariat and the Speaker. Honorable members, the General Oversight committee invited the county secretary, the county executive committee member in charge of devolution, and the county public service board for a meeting scheduled on 13th July 2026 to present a comprehensive report with supporting documentation for a conclusive discussion on the subject. The invitees requested the Assembly to consider rescheduling the meeting to 27th July 2026 through the following letters. The County Secretary, through a letter dated 10th July 2026, the County Executive Committee member in charge of devolution through a letter dated 9th July 2026, and the County Public Service Board through a letter dated 9th July 2026. All of them requested that we have this matter today. Honorable members, the committee considered the request from the executive and resolved to invite the county secretary, the county executive committee member in charge of devolution, and the county public service board for a meeting scheduled today, 27th July 2026. The officials were invited by the following letters. The county secretary was invited through a letter dated 14th July 2026. The county executive committee member in charge of devolution was invited through a letter dated 14th July 2026, and the county public service board through a letter dated 14 July 2026. So that is a brief of the subject matter we have this morning. The question that are lingering in our minds, why this has happened this way. So we have the right people with us here today to give us those responses. I have received a response from, from the County Public Service Board in writing. However, we still wish that you will respond. But we have your document. Thank you very much for this good work. So I now want to open this discussion, and I will be taking through the members or this oversight committee through the first question. I think the team from the executive should come up with who is going to respond to that question. If you all want to respond to the question, it will be okay. What we need is just a satisfactory question addressing these matters before us so that the people of Machakos will be able to understand what is going on, because we are given that duty to ensure that everything in the county is going on well, including understanding who has been employed and who is not working. All these matters, this is the institution called county government that forms the two arms of the government, executive and the county assembly, to ensure that the people of Machakos get to know what is going on, okay? So it is not a meeting for scoring vendettas or settling vendettas. It's not a meeting for those other things. Let's put those things outside there and get inside here with an open mind, with clarity. Let's get to know what is going on, okay? Yeah, so I'll not allow any exchanges. If you want to speak, speak through the chair. I am here, and I know I am equal to the task. So I'll be able to tackle everything in the right way. There are other questions that will be asked by the members, those who have been identified to do that. You know yourselves, okay? Yeah? I've received that information from you. Members, you have, is it there? Oh.
Chair. Excuse me. Remember when we were here last time, the chair said that I will co-chair this meeting with her. And no, allow me to finish. And I think we have been warned there is nothing wrong with what the chair is saying, because all of us cannot ask the 4 questions in the questionnaire paper. So I have identified Dominic. I didn't want this to go to the committee of the Labour Committee, because we will be answering some questions which they are going to raise. Yeah, because we delegated the County Public Service Board. So this is a business for the whole assembly. And I identified 4 members to ask you these questions, and I'm ready to answer them together with my committee.
Okay. Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I do not remember us hearing you say you are going to co-chair the meeting with the chairman Labour. I don't remember that. If it is on the record, well and good. Number 2, I do not know where the chairman of Labour is drawing the mandate to select who will speak when, and you are the chair of this committee.
No,
he's abdicating your authority and duty.
Honorable Majority Leader.
It is not co-chairing. Madam Speaker said it is domiciled, yeah, under the Committee of Labour. Allow me finish, please. And there is nothing wrong. The questions they are asking, they are the same questions. Be ready to answer. The same way you will be ready to answer. Okay. You cannot be asking questions and at the same time.
Let the chair direct. The chair is here. We have a chair. Let the chair direct the meetings.
Monga, have a seat. No, let me make a ruling on this matter. What I had said was not it is not questions that are going to be from elsewhere. They are just these questions that are here. And why there was members who were identified to ask. Okay. I'll ask all the questions. Because me, I'm not seeing the big deal, but I'll ask all the questions. I'm the chair. Honorable Anastasia.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And also, I'm a member of the Labour Committee, and our able chair is trying to divert our committee to a member who is not even a member of our committee. So, Chair, the way you have directed that you'll take us through as the chair, the members of that committee, we will be satisfied.
Let her finish.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Anastasia Mutevu, and I'm a nominee to this House by the Wiper Patriotic Front Party. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable. Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You don't want me to...
Sometimes I wonder when some jubilation comes for no apparent reason. And I want to inform the honorable member who has claimed that she's a nominated member of Wiper. I want to tell her that I am the chair in charge of implementation committee, where the motion was brought to my attention to act on its implementation status. So if she's not aware, then she can see me on the sidelines. I can explain the mandate of the committee. Thank you.
Okay. I said I'm going to ask all the questions. Are we still discussing that matter? Is it the same matter we want us to discuss? Honorable Ndawa?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Number 1, as we start the meeting, we should understand that nobody is on trial here. Yes. This is an engagement between the executive and the assembly. Nobody is on trial.
I have said that.
Number 2, point number 2, yes,
Honorable Ndawa,
I agree with you, Chair.
Don't make decisions that I have already made.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, well get it. Number two, Honorable Chair, we are here today because the Chair, Labour, together with the committee, we are unable to handle the mandate. And they were given an opportunity, but they were unable. Again, Honorable
And
Chair.
all the questions.
Yes, again here, the chairman implementation has not acted within the stipulated time. Because once the motion has been... What are you talking about? Yes. So, Honorable Chair, I was shocked to hear that some people have been identified. That means there was another meeting before this meeting.
Honorable Member,
that is what it means. Yes.
I have warned you several times, don't tackle a matter that I have already handled. Because I said I'm the one to ask all the questions. Whether there were meetings or no meetings, we are past those places. And I've said you have to speak through the chair. This is not a kangaroo court. It is not it is a house of order, and we must have order. So am I going to ask all the questions? I will give an opportunity once the executive has responded to our question. I'll give opportunity to members also to make a comment. Okay? It is during that time that you must introduce yourself for their benefit. Me, I know you, isn't it? Yeah, so thanks. So can we commence with our questions? Are you ready? Okay. Question number 1 is as follows. Why the 9 sub-county revenue officers are receiving remuneration without being assigned any responsibilities, yet the vacancies were established by the County Public Service Board? And issues of concern is kindly respond on the allegation that there are 9 sub-county revenue officers who were employed during the last regime and are receiving remuneration without being assigned duties and responsibilities. And 2, confirm to us if the 9 revenue officers in questions have been assigned duties and their duty stations. There is B of that question. Am I? See, that's all. I go to the B. We handle that one. So let's handle that one. I hope you agreed among yourselves who is going to respond. We only need a satisfactory response. And as I want to repeat again, we are not here to settle scores, for vendettas. We are not here for that business. So feel free to respond and feel like you are secure here. I am here, I'm in total control. Yes, thank you. All right, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I might, on behalf of my colleagues here, I know they are also at a loss. We can hear, Madam Speaker, you being addressed to as a chair, and we addressing you as speaker. We may want to seek clarification on which way to go so that we are in conformity with the proceedings, Madam Speaker.
Maybe I can clarify that one. This is called a General Oversight Committee. So it is a committee to start with. General Oversight Committee is composed of the Machakos County Assembly members who are 60 in number. Then there is now the Speaker, who is now the chair of that committee. Then we have the Secretariat. So while we are in this committee, I am addressed as the chair. When we are in the plenary, when we convert this room now to become, and there is mess and it's properly convened with all the instrument of power being here, I become the speaker, and then I am addressed as the speaker. In that time when I am the speaker, we only have, say, the members addressing me in that manner. And the other people who come into this house, this chamber, will not sit with us here. They will be at the gallery. Mostly it's the media and any guests who has been invited to come. They sit at the gallery. So when you come inside in this house, you must be commissioned, you must be sworn in, so that you can now become part of this place. Is it understood? So going forward, address me as the chair. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that clarification. I'm sure my colleagues now will proceed with a lot more comfort. Okay. Chair, I wish to take on the first question about these 9 sub-county revenue officers. And Chair, I may provide just a 2-sentence background here. At some point in the year 2024, the government had made a decision to reorganize the revenue collection structures on the ground, as a result of which the sub-county revenue officers were being replaced, and that model was being swept aside for efficiency purposes. Now, as a result, some of our revenue officers, because we were in the process of redeploying them, it is as a result of that we had these 9 revenue officers who remained hanging, rather unposted. Now, but Chair, I wish to confirm here that in the month of July 2025, the 9 sub-county revenue officers were assigned responsibilities in dockets that suited their academic and professional qualifications. Madam Chair.
You said when were these the dates of assignment?
July, the month of July 2025, varied dates, 16th, 17th, 18th, they were assigned duties, so they were posted. The 9 officers have been since posted from the month of July 2025. Chair.
So for all this while, they have been without a job. Is that so? From 2022, am I right? Until 2025, they were without a job. 2020?
2020, we are not talking of 2022, yes. Madam Chair. They were not stopped in 2022. Okay. Mm-hmm. We are saying the administrative decision to reorganize revenue collection was arrived at in the year 2024, thereabouts, and these officers were not out of deployment for that long period of time. And during that period, because they were quite a number of them were being deployed procedurally, as you know, as positions would be found for suitable for them, depending on their professional and academic qualifications. So the bottom line is the 9 were deployed last year, 12 months ago. Yeah.
Okay. Any question? Okay. Let minority senior to you proceed. Start with minority leader.
Maybe Chair, from what the county secretary has responded, maybe he can confirm to the committee whether during that time, prior to their redeployment or being reassigned to other duties, whether they were earning and what they were being paid for. Thank you.
Thank you, minority leader. Were they earning, and what were they earning? How much were they earning? Secretary, County Secretary.
Well, Chair, that period, that ambulatory period before which these officers had been deployed, were still officers of the government. They had not been discharged as officers of the government So, sensibly, I would, these officers would still be earning, but pending deployment. I think that is just a procedural matter.
So they are not assigned end duties, but they are earning. Okay. For 2 years. Okay. All right. Honorable Paul Ombua.
The question is to the county secretary. Now that people did not work, my name is Paul Wambua, representing Kibani Ward. Now that the government is supposed to pay salaries based on services delivered by its employees, and these 9 people stayed for 2 years without offering services to the people of this county, who bears the costs of that money that was spent to pay them when they were seated at their homes doing nothing? Madam Speaker, that will be my question, because the county lost without getting services.
Honorable PK.
Thank you, Chair. Still on that issue, Madam Speaker, is that we are here to make sure that there is prudent use of public resources. Madam Speaker, under Article 201, Article 10 of the Constitution, Public Finance Management Act, Madam Speaker, it is held that public resources must be used prudently under principles of transparency and accountability. Madam Chair, for 2 years, from what has been confirmed by the County Secretary, verbatimly, is that from 2024 to 2026, they were deployed 2026 and 2025. The period when there was a rearrangement and structuring of that revenue department. If it is true, Madam Speaker, that the 9 officers were being paid illegally, Madam Speaker, we have administrative actions for the same, whereby the County Secretary will confirm to this Assembly that one of the redresses is such charging. Madam Speaker, it also emerges that now this one is a gross violation of the law. And we took oath to protect and uphold. Madam Speaker, that is my submission, that there is gross violation. If for sure County Secretary cannot substantiate to an extent that proves to this committee that for sure these people were being paid for the services done. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me ask those 2 questions before they escape my mind. As County Secretary, you have confirmed that for 2 years, the 9 revenue officers were being paid without working.
Madam Chair,
let me
I
finish
did
my
not
question.
talk. Sorry.
Yes. Now that they have worked for 2 years without, not working, they have been paid without working when that realignment you are talking about was taking place, and they have consumed money belonging to public. Money has been consumed without somebody earning it by working. The members are asking, are you going to surcharge those people the money that they have spent, they have been paid? That is the question. Proceed and answer that question.
One, Chair, I wish to clarify that I did not talk of 2 years. At no point did I come out to say 2 years. I said...
Okay, confirm how many years did they say stay without...
I only talked about the time when they were deployed. I talked of they having been deployed in the month of July 2025. That is all I talked about, Madam Chair. So the issue of 2 years, that one cannot be
Okay,
put
before
to
you
my
go to
knowledge.
the next arm of the question, tell us, when were they employed? The date. Because that is what we are here for. We want to get those dates and dates. Let me ask the question.
Well,
When were they employed? The
Chair,
day- the
Chair,
day?
now the question of when they were employed, as I see here, it may not be possible for me to answer that question at the spur of this moment. When were they employed? That one I may not be able to answer as I sit here.
Why not?
But because the question was specific to whether they were deployed and when they were deployed, so that is the question I have addressed myself to.
So you did not check when they were employed?
That,
Is
according
that
to
what
the
you're
matter,
trying to
according
say?
to the matter at hand, Chair, that would have been out of the context of what is in front of me as at this moment, Madam Chair.
So everybody wants to ask the questions. Honorable Mbuva.
I'm listening to the question. I want to thank you, Madam Speaker, for your Solomonic decision to ask the questions and allowing us to have intervening suggestions. Actually, what had arisen from the discourse, the discussion, was to establish the period when these 9 people were stopped from employment up to when they were returned back to service. Madam Speaker, I'm just trying to give, yes.
Stopped.
The right question you would have put is when were they stopped up to when were they brought back?
Okay.
Not when they were employed, because that could go back to 20 years back. So
20.
I'm just trying to feed your
20 years back.
question, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
To establish the real period when they were not in service receiving employment. That is the question you try to frame.
I agree with you. So let me put the question. We are going to spend the whole day here. You know, majority leader, being the majority leader.
Thank you for that honor, Madam Speaker. Thank you for that honor. Madam Speaker, I want us, because we were the one who sent these questions. The source is here to the executive. And they only answered what we asked. If we start offshooting other questions out of the main question, I agree with you. We will stay here until evening. Because if I'm reading this English,
What do you
right,
mean by asking other questions? We are here to clarify.
No, Madam
It's
Speaker,
clarification.
Madam Speaker, just allow me.
Yes.
If I'm reading this right, the question is, why? Why the 9 sub-county revenue officers are receiving remuneration without being assigned duties? The question is why. So, and then the answer is, okay, you asked that question. He has said he deployed them. So it means then they are working and they are being remunerated.
But
there was a gap.
There is a
Yes,
gap.
there is a gap.
Yes.
But that gap, Madam Speaker, if you allow me, that gap of when that they stayed and why they are remunerated, they were never asked. It was not part of the question. It could be a follow-up question that the County Secretary, if I listen well, is saying here and now, he may not be able to provide the answer, but he could go back and that is what he's saying. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Now, the problem, members, honorable members, members, listen to me. We said we are not here to hang anybody, to accuse anybody. We are here to clarify. What is wrong with asking the county secretary when these members were stopped from working and when were resumed? What is wrong with that? Is there anything wrong? So why are we so overprotective of something that is not necessary?
Madam.
County Secretary, I am just asking you a question to clarify. I have no personal issues against you. So, let me finish my work. County Secretary, when were these members stopped from working? And when were they, of course you have talked about when they were deployed. Proceed and answer the question. No. I'm not giving you an opportunity. Proceed. Proceed and answer my question.
These people have never been terminated, so you want to say you are not wanted. We don't have anywhere any record that shows these people were suspended.
Can you allow the Honorable Secretary, who is equipped with knowledge of this particular matter, to answer the question? Why do members of the County Assembly want to assist? And they have called the County Secretary here to ask him that questions. Why do they want to assist? No, I'm not giving you that opportunity. Honorable Secretary, County Secretary, take the stand. Proceed.
Madam Chair, as I had intimated earlier, this was just an administrative reorganization of the revenue function. So it was not a matter so drastic as to give rise to termination of anybody's employee. So these persons were still officers of the government until further deployment, is done. So they were never at any time, quote unquote, chased out of the functions. No.
The question was very clear that they were not working. Okay? That is the question. And that is how the statement that came before us was talking about. They were not working, but they were being paid. So when you say it is just a reorganization, administrative, and we have asked you we have told you that they are not working, what does that mean? You just need to tell us when the day they were stopped from working, and of course you've told us the day they were deployed, and we'll move to another question. Because we are wasting time on one question.
Very well, Madam Chair. If we go strictly by the spirit of this question, then, Madam Chair,
yes.
This question reads, why 9 sub-county revenue officers are receiving remuneration? Now, in answer to that, that is in the present tense.
Yes.
They are receiving remuneration. And I have answered, they are not receiving remuneration without responsibilities because they are engaged, they have been assigned responsibilities, Madam Chair, without splitting airlines.
County Secretary, you know this is a matter that started in 2025, okay? So when we are talking about receiving, because there was a whole statement presented before this County Assembly on the issue of why that time they were not receiving, because you have already said that they were deployed in July 2025. These matters were before us in April, if I'm not wrong, March. So the way the questions have been framed, it's talking about that time when you had not assigned them duties. And you know we have known today that you have assigned them duties. All we are asking you is when they were not receiving the duty, when did they stop receiving the remuneration until the time when you deployed them and started giving them duties? So sorry, it is about duties. Please just respond to that question. If you can just say this date, we'll move to another question. No, I'm not giving you an opportunity. It is County Secretary I'm asking question. No. Secretary, County Secretary, please respond to the. This is not the question. I have been guided by the clerk that the issue we are asking the county secretary is based on what he actually stated before us, that there is the reorganization that took place in 2024. Did you say that? During that reorganization is when now you decided that in July, 3 days, did you say that? 16th, 17th, and 18th of July, you're going to redeploy these 9 members, okay? No, I have not given you an opportunity. I have not. I have not given you an opportunity. Honorable Lucky, you are out of order to continue talking when I'm talking. We can't talk the two of us. Have a seat. Have your seat. County Secretary, there was a reorganization in 2024. Now, as we are interested to know what date in 2024 did that reorganization take place?
Now, Chair, that is a good question, because now, when you talk of reorganization is a process that begins in the mind of somebody. It is discussed, then comes the implementation, then comes a whole set of activities that still fall within the continuum.
Do you know the date or you don't?
No, that one I cannot say, because as I not reorganization is a process that begins somewhere in the mind of a person who imagines reorganization should be done. Then people sit down, talk about it. Then it proceeds to, it is something you can't put your thumb on and say.
But there was that day when that idea was born.
I can't, that one.
That day when that idea was born.
Madam Chair, I don't want to lie. I can't put that, I think on that.
But it was in 2024.
That was in 2024, thereabouts.
Let's move to the next question. There is a question you have not asked. Okay.
Maybe you are asking the county secretary question that is not privy to, but we have the chair of the County Public Service Board who is responsible for managing the county human resource aspects, which includes the reorganization that is talking. And Madam Chair, we are not talking about imaginations. What we are asking the county secretary is something that took place, that is actual, So unless he doesn't want to answer the question, today our clerk here, if they deploy somebody or move somebody to a different department, that is information that they should be having or be able to retrieve. So the county secretary arguing that he cannot answer, I think that is impunity. And if they came and they are not willing to answer question, they can as well leave and stop wasting our time. Yes.
Yes. Madam Chair. Madam Chair. Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
No.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair, you advised us very well from the beginning that we use. No, but the chair, you guided that you use good language. I don't know why the minority leader is just say he wants to spoil your meeting by telling people to leave. Your meeting, your own meeting, Madam Chair.
Oh, yes.
Your own meeting. No, I'm not inciting you, but we are not. I'm not going to sit here as the majority leader and allow members of executive to be. It's a humiliation parade. No, we will not allow that. This is a committee.
Very true.
This is not a humiliation parade. We are not going to allow.
Humiliation.
Madam Chair.
Majority leader, there is nobody who has been humiliated.
Madam Chair.
But to ask if
Madam
the chair, if you allow,
the leader of majority should also come clear what interest he has, because he was here advising them not to answer.
You are not the one who invited them here. It is the chair who invited them.
I just spoke my mind.
Honorable Kavi, you are wrong to tell people to leave.
Madam Chair.
There is a lot of indiscipline.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair. The majority was here telling them not to answer questions.
You are not a chair.
He was just trying to advise them not to answer.
You are not a chair.
You cannot send them away.
Please.
You can, yes, you cannot
You
send them
have to chair.
away.
You have to chair.
Hii mkutano itamalizwa na chair. Hii itamalizwa na chair, sio
You have to chair.
Hii itamalizwa na chair.
Neither you are not the chair.
And also you are not the chair.
Madam Speaker.
And also you are not the chair.
Madam Chair.
Order members.
Madam Speaker.
No.
Honorable Kavyu.
Madam Speaker.
That's
I
why
think this
I
was
raised.
not the spirit.
Honorable Kavyu.
You have the chair. You are not the chair.
Addressed through the chair.
Chair.
It is majority.
I do respect the chair.
Usitume watu wake nje.
Please.
Umemaliza kushout.
Hapana, respect
Are
the
you
chair.
done with the shouting?
We can shout until cows come down.
Have you done shouting?
You continue.
Mpaka jioni.
Honorable
You
majority.
continue.
Tunaenda shout mpaka jioni.
Because Madam Chair,
we can shout until evening.
Chair standing.
I said there is no talking across the floor.
Yes.
I said no one should attack any other.
Yes.
I said that we should have a sober discussion.
Exactly.
Why is it that we are shouting all of a sudden? Are we not giving ourselves a bad image? I'm the one talking now. Okay? I am wondering why we have to exchange over something that we in unison asked the executive to come and clarify. It's not necessary to shout across the house. We should give them an opportunity to respond to the questions. I have been asking questions. I can tell from the answers given by County Secretary that there is somewhere where he is avoiding to answer my question. And members, it is not necessary to go and tell the County Secretary, don't answer this question, don't answer. We just want clarity. And we said we are doing this for the common good of the people of Machakos. Isn't that so? Na mbona tuna shout all over? It is unnecessary. It's unnecessary. So, for the benefit of people of Machakos, County Secretary, please answer that question. Just tell me the date, the year you have told me. We move to another issue. Don't be told by anybody inside this room that you should not answer questions. We are not here to settle scores. We are not here to have any issues. This is a house that legislates, that represents the people. Back in our wards, this is the house that makes the laws and oversights. So we are actually doing our work when we are asking questions. Let's ask questions with one voice, members. Tuache mambo ya kujifanya tuko pande ingine. We are just clarifying. And there isn't anything that we can do. We can only oversight and the executive implements. Okay? Okay, County Secretary. It's not unnecessary. Yeah, it is unnecessary. So give me that date and then we proceed. You know, yes, me, I've been fearing to give you the opportunity for one reason. Because I believe we are a family with you. But when you stand up, yes, I thought we are a family, but when you stand up, you say things. But today we are talking you. Madam Speaker, I fear teasing you. Anyway, just say something. Thank you, Madam Speaker. But don't talk anything against me.
Okay, order, Honorable Mike. Members, just allow me proceed. Madam Chair, by the way, we started off very well in this house, and you gave us guidelines, which we should be following those same guidelines, Madam Speaker. Sure. And with those guidelines, just when we were also doing our housekeeping, there is something that we also agreed that will go as per the questionnaires that are here. Madam Chair, if at all we are to go by the questionnaire that we have here, I have a feeling that, and let it also not be misunderstood that maybe when I give my opinion, it amounts to supporting the executive. And also, by the way, the assembly is not the opposite of the executive. So sometimes when we are giving our opinion, let it not be construed as if we are working or defending anyone. Otherwise, this is a house of debate, and we need to debate. Let others give opinions. We listen to them. Let them also listen to us, whatever we say, and that way we'll have an healthy debate, Madam Speaker. Over and above, Honorable Speaker, just as we agreed that you read the questions, we only agreed that the chair should read the questions, but members would debate. Just allow us to debate, and at the end of the day, you will be able probably to make a resolution. Because just as a moderator, when we debate together, then we'll not have time, or maybe time to debate ourselves. So when we debate with other members, then later we'll be able to make resolutions. When you ask those questions, the questions that we are supposed to ask, then it will not make sense for us to be here. It would have been better maybe we just leave you and ask those questions, because we also have our questions and answers to the same. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think on this one I was soft.
Thank you. The reason why I am asking this question, maybe I should just give the background. The questions as to when the employees, the revenue staff were rearranged, or reorganization, the term is reorganization, and to the time when they were deployed, is to establish whether monies belonging to public may have been lost through dubious ways of paying people who are not working for the county government of Machakos. That is the purpose. I do not have personal issues. Yes. So that is all. No, I'm not debating. I am not. I am not. No. We want to clarify. I am clarifying. Yes, I am. So, that is the only reason. There is no other reason.
Madam Chair, imagine some of us are contented with that response.
If it was not lost, if there was no money lost, we move to another one. If there was money lost, we know who is going to be surcharged, because somebody must be paid for that money that has been lost, belonging to the people of Machakos. Honorable Ndawa, you are speaking without me giving you an opportunity. Yes. Honorable County Secretary, respond to the question. Okay.
Well, Madam Chair, it is not. Allow me to say this. You started this very well. I must commend that. Now,
did you get my question?
Yes, I did.
Do you understand the basis of the question?
Yes, I do.
Tony, why don't you just go straight to the question? Whether I started it in a bad way or another way, I am asking you a question which is direct.
One thing I must state very clearly here is that
if you do
no
not want
public
to answer the question, just tell me I don't want to answer the question, we move to another question.
No public fund. Madam Chair, that is the insinuation that has been given here, that we do not want to answer questions and anybody imagining we can walk out. We did not come here to walk out. We came here to clarify. And we are ready to clarify.
Clarify.
That is what we are here for.
Clarify.
And kindly protect us when anybody appears to intimidate me to vacate this seat, because
I am here to protect.
I am not vacating this seat until I provide the answer.
Did I say that at the beginning, that I am here in total control to protect?
Precisely. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
My guests and the members of the County Assembly.
Asante.
Proceed.
Well, I want to say that no public funds were lost, because these officers during that time is only that they were not in their appointed stations. They had been recalled out of those stations because of the reorganization that was taking place. But that doesn't mean they were absolutely just floating without any duties whatsoever. I am sure those officers had been accorded duties by the Department of Revenue. So it would be an assumption to assume that these officers were just all over. No. Madam Chair, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, let's move to another question.
Madam Speaker, according to what the County Secretary has said, does it mean the seeker of the statement misled this House by asking why some officers were earning and they were not reporting to any station? Actually, between the County Secretary and the seeker of this statement.
The seeker needed some clarification, Honorable Member.
Madam Speaker.
Okay.
Madam Speaker.
Proceed.
The seeker of the motion wanted to know why they were earning and they did not been deployed to any station. If that was the case, please allow me finish.
We cannot.
Madam Speaker, I think.
Proceed, member. Order, members. Let's give an opportunity to the chair of Labour to give his. Proceed. I've given you an opportunity.
Madam Speaker,
Proceed.
I think the other thing I want to say, even if we have questions which were sent to the County Secretary and the board, there must be intervening questions which will arise from the answers we are going to get. Madam Speaker, the leader of minority has just walked out. And I wanted to comment on what he was raising. That was wrong. And I wanted to say it when he was here and he has walked out. It is wrong. The County Public Service Board does not deploy officers. Their work is to employ. Their work is to employ. And when we ask, and when we are asking the County Secretary to answer these questions, it is because a statement was sought by a member. And what we wanted is a clarification. The County Secretary has said there was reorganization of the offices. Now, the other question is, because there was that reorganization. These officers were holding positions which had been created or established by the County Public Service Board. Who did away with those positions, Madam Speaker? I think that is another answer, another question which should be answered by the County Secretary.
Which one?
Because these were positions. No.
No.
Madam Speaker, I need your protection.
Question?
I need your protection, Madam
Yes,
Speaker.
proceed and ask.
Yes.
So that I can also
Yes.
capture. What is the
And there's some members who are shouting here, they did not interrogate the County Public Service Board. I'm the chair and I have members.
Order,
We did
members.
not finish the business because you rushed it to come into the General Oversight Committee. Madam Speaker, with your protection, I want to say this. I want to say this, Madam Speaker. The question was very simple. And it is from his answer that there came an intervening question, like the one now I have brought. These officers were holding positions which had been established by the County Public Service Board. And when we were interrogating the County Public Service Board, they did not tell us that they abolished those positions. Who abolished them? Because according to the law and the Constitution, it is the mandate of the County Public Service Board to establish positions, and it is also their mandate to abolish those positions. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Kitaka, then Honorable Ndeti. Honorable Lucky, until you stop shouting, I'll not give you an opportunity.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker,
take your seat. There is a member
Honorable
on the
Speaker,
floor.
thank you.
Yeah.
Mheshimiwa Lucky, tafadhali. Honorable Speaker, I would want to pass some information to the Honorable House in matters that we are taking our time, consuming a lot of time on it. We have already established that the 9 employees in question during the reorganization, it is during that time that they were left pending redeployment. What does that mean? One, their contracts were active. According to the Employment Act, members, let us not just debate because of debating. You cannot stop salaries for an active contract which is in place. That is the law. Again, if that person deserves to get his salary because the contract is active. The other thing is, members, let us realize that there are options. When the employee is delayed to be, if there is no position that falls vacant for him to be reassigned duties, then the employer can reinitiate a process to terminate that employee. It is still within the Employment Act. So let us get to the point that since these people were already redeployed, it is within the mandate of their employer to do so. There are no monies that were lost because they were serving active contracts.
Madam Chair, point of information.
You will inform me as I finish.
Point of information, Madam Chair.
Allow him to finish.
Allow me to finish. Honorable Speaker, I want us to be alive to the fact that positions can also be merged. You can have a position today and a company or an institution decides that that position no longer exists and they are merging it to another position and you will be deployed accordingly. So, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, as long as now we have established that our own employees of Machakos County Government finally were redeployed and were actively and within the law to be paid, I don't think that this is something that we can bring drama on it. So members, please, let us give our chair ample time so that we can go straight to the questions and we proceed. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Member.
It's my turn, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Ndeti, I'm sorry, I'd forgot.
Yeah, Madam Speaker,
Proceed,
I think maybe age, I'm getting confused. I think, and when I listen to what we are doing, some of the things we are discussing are too administrative. And as an assembly, we are going out of our mandate. On a serious note, we cannot go and start asking, did this person move from this department to the other department? That is not really our work. What we need to find out is, were those people working? Were they reporting to work? How much, was spent? But we are becoming too, it's like we work in the executive. Can we store the line and ask questions that are going to...
Thank you.
Honorable Chair.
Honorable Joanna, then Honorable PK and Mike. Honorable Ndawa, Honorable Lloyd. But I was thinking, if you can just move from this question. Yeah.
Yes, Madam Chair, I have been given the opportunity to, yes, Madam Chair.
Proceed.
I think I agree with what members are saying, but Madam Chair, I want to agree that this house is a house of procedure, and we never discuss issues here, verbal issues. We discuss issues with evidence, and Madam Chair, how I would wish that whatever is being given in terms of response here, the evidence has been tabled before you. Because like the question we are just handling, the questions are based on a statement which was sought those days, and therefore even if a question sounds to be present, or rather it is framed in a present tense, the reference is the statement which was sought. And so, Madam Chair, like the question which is asking us, and for your information, these are not multiple choice questions. They are open-ended questions. And therefore, when we asked the executive to confirm if the 9 officers, revenue officers in question have been assigned duties and their duty stations, it doesn't require another question to ask you to table a letter here showing where they are currently working and the date when they were assigned those stations. It doesn't require another question to be put here. So I would insist evidence is presented, tabled before you to assist us make sure that the responses are really professional, genuine, and we are not here just to waste time. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, so have we said we proceed? Okay, you can ask. Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Chair. I'm reading, you had mentioned my name. Madam Chair, I want to confirm to the members that we are here to discharge our constitutional mandate, specifically on Article 185 on issues of oversight, legislation, and representation. And therefore, Madam Chair, I also implore members that nobody who is victimizing each and eight of the executive who are seated before us. Madam Chair, the questions which we are asking, and I also want to advise members, is that we have some circumstantial questions which come when a question has been put forward. And when the honorable member was saying that an employee can be paid for not showing to duties because there is an active contract, Madam Chair, I want to say that this assembly, whatever we are doing here will form the precedents. And therefore, Madam Chair, allow us, and from the other defined, this assembly has non-defined. Let PK ventilate what I have. Let whoever has an alternative or has a different opinion being given an opportunity to speak. Madam Chair, I'll be the last person to walk out of this assembly, even if it will be 8 p.m., because we must get answers and I must be satisfied. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Michael.
Thank you very much. Let me use this and talk. No, I'm good here. Madam Chair, I think I'm making a request that this is a committee of the whole House. And the way we are exchanging words to each other does not happen in other committees. I believe it's not a plenary where a member is supposed to be given a chance, they say their words, another member raises their hand, and they say whatever, whether they are saying the member is in order or out of order. We cannot carry this because somebody is talking, another one is saying point of information, another one is talking point of order. That cannot apply, I believe, in a committee of the whole House, because it's a committee we are discussing. And Madam Speaker, because we have questions that have been set, it is not the work of us, the members, to help whom we've called here, to help them with answers. Because the way we are behaving, Madam Speaker, is as if we know more than them. And we'll be taking their positions. I believe if we can agree within 30 or 20 minutes, we'll be done. Why? These members are on oath. And if they lie when they are on oath, tomorrow I can bring a motion here and probably ascertain that this member lied on oath and he is culpable of this and that. Madam Speaker, I think we should have a way of engaging each other so that we take at least the best time, and for the members of the executive, through the chair, I believe you have the answers to this, because already you have which is prepared there. But don't allow ourselves, or don't allow yourselves to be like directed by a certain person telling you to withhold information or not to give, because you are culpable and you are protecting this constitution. And you're also protecting, and remember, you are under oath. So my submission would be very simple. Madam Speaker, even the answers that we are looking right now already have been submitted. It is upon us to interpret, because if the secretariat is clear, there was redeployment, which happened in 2022. Then there was members, according to me, it is 1 year. If you look at the period that these members stayed without terms of reference and terms and conditions. And that is why the honorable member from Biuni asked, could this action could have led to the loss of finances? Okay. Could this action, could it have led to somebody being culpable to EACC or something? That is why members are now shouting. And because, honorable member, my friend, the incoming member of parliament of Oyata, I'm speaking to the chair. I'm speaking to the chair. So let me not be shouted down. Don't throw hands, madam. Don't throw hands. You are throwing hands. Why? You have a problem if you can be throwing hands to your fellow member in a committee. Yes, very bad. And you are making faces. It is very bad of you. You are not an example to the young people.
Who was it? It was who? Mheshimiwa.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I tend to agree with the last speaker here, Honorable Speaker. The Assembly took time to come up with this document, which has a list of all the questions. And as you are aware, Honorable Speaker, in the Constitution, the Assembly or end of its committee has powers equivalent to that of High Court. And I believe the behavior should be almost the same. So, Honorable Speaker, I'm requesting, if we can allow our visitors here to respond on the questions while we are quiet, we move from question 1 up to the last question, and the members note areas that they are not satisfied, we will be able to proceed. But if we go the way we are going right now, we may be here until tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. If we can give them time, they go question 1, they give us answers, we are taking notes, question 2, after the last question, I'm very sure we'll be able to be through within a good time. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Chair.
And that is what I have been actually advocating for, that we do not exchange and shout. We take a lot of time shouting and just talking to each other. And I said everybody should speak through the chair, but I find members just shouting and shouting. You know, it doesn't augur well. There's a member who has said, we are not giving good example to the youth. And I think we are not. It is bad. So let's not shout. My duty here, which you have given to me, is to ask these questions. And I want to correct my deputy speaker, the chair of Liaison Committee. Very honorable member, that I love so much, that when you are seeking clarification from anywhere or anybody, you are not tied to the questions that have been put down, because it's a clarification. Even when we are in court and the court wants to clarify something, they will not be tied to the questions that have been asked by the lawyers or the parties that are involved in that case. The court can ask a question to get information of something that is going to help the entire case. So there is nothing wrong with getting out of these questions that we set, just to get the bottom of it, to get the correct information before us. And the objectives of everything here, Honorable Mutia, I can see you, I'll give you an opportunity after this. The questions that have been put here are purely to understand what transpired and whether money got lost. The county secretary has given us information concerning that. And although he is not coming out insofar as when these reorganization took place, if we dig further and if we request this information, County Secretary, listen to me. If we want to request for this information, because this institution or this particular committee has powers equivalent to those ones of the High Court, we will get that information. But we've given you an opportunity to come and discuss these things with us. Don't be swayed by other people who do not want the truth to come out. Because at the end of the day, this matter settles squarely on you. The members of the county assembly, any other person, will not be there when things are going to get hot. I'm not saying we are going to get there, but information must be given when it is asked for. And that is the law of Kenya. And this county assembly, even during the committees that you appear before, you are required by law. It is not optional to give that information that is being asked. You are required by the law to give that information. And if you are not giving that information, then there are consequences. So please just answer these questions and we move to the next level. I want us to end this issue there. Honorable Mutia, what do you want to say?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I just want to add a concern that, yes, we are doing well in the discussion, but I was thinking that you would have given a direction that we first hear the team until the last question, and then we raise the issues of concern. That notwithstanding also, we do have another concern that even the seeker of the statement is not even in the House. I would be of the opinion that, and again, when you opened, you did indicate that they gave you written submissions.
No, it was just the county service board.
Yes, and you did indicate that they did a good work. I was of the opinion, suppose we give this thing another thought since the seeker of this statement is not in the House, why can't we adjourn and we refer this matter back to the committee, and then you share the written submission that you have received to them, and then we see maybe this has forced the executive to provide information that had not come before. I would suggest that we can explore that path as well. I thank you.
What is your reasoning on adjourning?
The reasoning is two-front. Number one, the seeker of the statement is not there. Actually, we are prosecuting a matter that is not owned by either of us. The seeker of the statement, who was the biggest person who was concerned with the matter, is the one who is perhaps able to know whether the responses are sufficient or not. It would be wrong for me to say that the answer is not sufficient, yet I was not the one who sought the question.
Yeah. You're seconding Honorable Mutia.
Madam Speaker.
Yes. Not when we
Madam Speaker.
we took over this matter as a
Madam Speaker.
As a county.
No, Honorable Speaker, I am not trying to divert attention from the matter. It is important, but I see that we are belaboring on something that, if I ask you, for example, how much is a kilogram of sugar, and you tell me it is 100 shillings, and another member is saying, no, it is 200 shillings, and yet I have not confirmed whether I am satisfied with 100 shillings, then the matter comes out of me. It is no longer my issue. It becomes another person's issue. I would also want to draw your attention, Honorable Speaker, on the concerns that are on this questionnaire. Indeed, when questions are being raised, the team might not have the answers at hand. We can also provide room that they give those responses in future, and that can make the discussion go a little bit faster. But my opinion, which I will invite you to agree with, is that since we have a written submission, and since we have spent a lot of time, and the seeker of the statement is not in the House, let us give the committee another opportunity. Even God himself is a God of a second chance. Let us give the committee a second chance. Yes, and let them handle the matter.
I want to hear.
Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, you know, when I was contributing earlier, I raised that issue of the seeker of the motion. And I want to thank and agree with Honorable Member for Upper Kiowa that this issue, even, and if my mind serves me well, when this issue came here and it was said that it will go to the Oversight Committee, we as a committee, we are not given time to say whether it should go this way or it should. We were seeking extension of time so that we can interrogate the board and the county secretary. And now that I have seen the county secretary is honoring invitations, please, let this matter go back to the Committee of Labor. Let this matter go back to the Committee of Labor. And I want to say this. As I finish, Madam Chair, I want to congratulate the County Public Service Board because they have been honoring all the invitations by this committee. And it is my wish, the county secretary, and I have no bad feelings about him, he is going to honor the invitation those we are going to send to his office. Thank you. I support that it goes back to my committee. Thank you.
All right. Honorable Minority Leader and PK. After that.
Madam Chair, I'm in agreement with the Honorable Member for Upper Kiowa because the chair to the Labour Committee who has just spoken was unable to trace the county secretary, and now that we have made that mediation, yes, we have been
Madam
able.
Madam Chair, please.
You are a
I have
ranking-
not said.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Weka chini. You are a ranking member and you understand the procedures of this house. Don't behave like somebody else I'll not mention. Yeah. Somebody else. Somebody else. Mogegu from my village. He behaves like that in meetings. So, I was saying because the challenge that the committee, Madam Chair, cited was they were unable to find the county secretary. And now that we have reunited them, can we allow them time to go and do it? And also, because one of the affected member is very close to the chair. I think he'll also declare conflict of interest and excuse him from chairing the matter so that we have a neutral person, so that we can get a report that is objective. But we give the committee an opportunity, because Madam Chair, just for clarity, his brother is one of the affected people, so that might affect his judgment, so that we are able to move. Maybe the committee can appoint the same committee handles, but either the vice chair or other member chairs the thing, so that we can get an objective report. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Finish.
I submit, because it is good. Conflict of interest is real, and even from the onset, he should have declared that. Thank you.
Honorable Majority.
Yeah, thank you. Chair, thank you. And I'm drawing on the wisdom of the Chair of Health, that in the absence of the sake of the statement, we might not have the barometer to measure whether we are satisfied or not. So I'm supporting that we adjourn, but more importantly, I am also supporting that this matter be referred back to the Labour Committee. Because as a member of Labour Committee, we were not very, we were not like unable to do our work. We were still doing our work. And also, the language that we use here matters. The Honorable Member for Kinania just saying that we were not able to trace the county secretary. One of the hardest person not to trace. One of the most prominent member of the county executive that you can easily found and most available is the county as county secretary of this county. And his office stands in the headquarters of this county. Headquarters of this county, and it is a public office where every member of public is allowed by law to go and visit there. And in any case, the county secretary has so many officers below him. On the matter of conflict of interest, let us not jump, is it called the gun, and wait for the matter, if the speaker is in agreement with some of us, come to the committee. And at that point, the committee is going to decide how it is going to work. Because I see the minority leader trying to direct how the Labour Committee is going to work. And I know for sure, even the other time, the chair had indicated that he is ready to leave the chair because he is conflicted on that particular matter. Yeah, so that questionnaire, and then she's going back to his seat. But in the future, please let the chairs of the various committees dictate how they work. Thank you.
Madam Chair, maybe.
What?
No. He has mentioned me. Kindly, maybe just for clarity, stop shouting. I told you last time, you be asking permission through the chair. Stop behaving like you are in a marketplace.
You also should stop pointing him and indicate the chair.
So,
use the chair also.
The majority leader has spoken well, but not as usual. Is one of the most conflicted person. So let's not deviate from what the honorable member guided. Madam Chair, we seek your wisdom. Give us guidance, because we are going to dilute something else very nice. And Madam Speaker, what informed? I didn't say, I also wondered when they said in their report that they were not able to trace the county secretary. And if he personally, as a member of the opposition, whenever I need him, I'm able to locate him. It is from their report that we were saying. If now they are in agreement that they have seen the light and they will be able to find the honorable county secretary, that is why we are giving you an opportunity. But your report said you are unable to find him. So we have reunited you. So now go and work. Na muache maneno mingi.
Thank you, Leader of Minority. Thank you very much.
Honorable Majority Leader, why are you usurping my powers?
I apologize.
Why are you thanking the Minority Leader? For what? And I am the one to thank him.
I am sorry, Madam Speaker, but I'm a little bit excited.
Politically excited?
No, with whatever debate is going on, and I apologize for that. Thank you.
Okay.
Honorable Speaker, maybe we can proceed.
Okay. Then, Honorable Mercy.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I'm of the opinion that procedurally, because the seeker of the statement is not around, it is a Solomonic wisdom that we cannot answer when the seeker of the statement was the one to see whether he's satisfied or not satisfied. Number two, Madam Chair, the report cannot go back to the committee, because if it has to go back to the committee, this is also procedure. There is a statement is sought, and how that statement is placed to the respective committee. Madam Speaker, when the committee was found to be incompetent to discharge the mandate.
No.
Madam Speaker, protect me. Madam Speaker, protect me.
Unless I have given you opportunity to stand up
Madam
and
Speaker,
talk.
protect me.
Point of information, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, protect me.
Point of information, Madam Speaker.
Use parliamentary language.
No.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Members, Honorable Anastasia, Honorable Mercy.
Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair.
I will give you an opportunity to say you are not incompetent. That's what I'm saying. Let's have order.
Thank you.
If he finishes, we are not in the house, per se. We are in a committee meeting.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you so much.
Every member is entitled to their own opinion. Right. Once you have been mentioned and you want to clear that opinion, you ask me, I give you an opportunity to say that. That's how things are done in a committee sitting.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And Madam Chair, it's also very, very important to note that we are exchanging intellectually. And anyone who has any dissenting opinion, you can raise up your hand, and Madam Chair will see you and give you an opportunity. But this ambit of shouting here, through the chair, the former majority leader, first count assembly, he should know that this is also a procedure and he cannot be the one shouting. He is the chair of that committee, which did not finish the job which was given to them. You are the reason why we are here today. You cannot shift the blame to any other person. You are the reason. Therefore, Madam Chair, what amounts to that, Madam Chair? What amounts to that, Madam Chair, is that I want to implore you, Chair, when you will be making your own decision, because this is assembly and it is quasi-judicial in nature, and anything we are discussing here is binding and valid. Madam Chair, you cannot take a case from High Court to Magistrate Court, because people have not agreed at that level. Madam Chair, if we have to come again and discuss this matter, that committee, we don't have trust with it. It is either we discharge the matter or we adjourn. Majority leader insisted that we adjourn. We don't adjourn and take the matter and take the subject matter to another committee. We adjourn, and that matter will still be referred again to the General Oversight Committee. That is my submission. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. Thank you, members. Honorable Mercy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for catching my eye finally. I appreciate it. First and foremost,
Finally is not good.
I withdraw.
It's not withdraw.
I withdraw. First and foremost, Madam Speaker, I want to defend my committee and say that we are very capable of the job at hand. I am on record, Madam Speaker, saying that we have not been unable to get the answers. We were just waiting for the responses from the county secretary, and he has brought the responses. So, Madam Speaker, humbly, I also support that the report be brought back to the Committee of Labor, because now we have the answers that we are waiting for, and the Public Service Board has never refused to come to the committee. Madam Speaker, people are talking about Solomonic wisdom. I also implore that you use Solomonic wisdom to just revert back, because we are capable. Madam Speaker, if the chair is conflicted in any way, we have a vice chair who's very capable, also a very able team that I choose not to mention right now because tunajijua. We are capable, Madam Speaker, to sit in and take charge. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mwanga.
Madam Speaker, first and foremost, I want to make this clarification that the Labour Committee, as a chair and the members were competent. Madam Speaker, our prayers were, when the report came to this house, we were requiring extension of time to finish with our business. So that, no, it is not for 2 years. Please, learn to listen. You are the leader minority.
No.
And the members are going to...
Just proceed with your business. Avoid side shows. Yes. Avoid side shows.
You know they have been entertained for long. They have been entertained for long. And I'm sorry, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the other prayer of the committee, we wanted time so that we can seek formal clarification from the department on the issue of deployment. The other prayer was to pursue submission of outstanding qualification and the documentation. And we had written...
I made a ruling on that.
Yes. And we...
Why are we going back there?
No. I wanted to make a clarification. And Madam Speaker, when I brought this matter here, and I want to repeat it, we are not given time to depend our prayers to say why we were here. It was just referred to the General Oversight Committee without our input. And we have a committee which is competent. And Madam Speaker, I want to say this. This committee, given time, within 3 weeks, we will bring a report here. The other issue of conflict of interest. That issue we did not discuss in our committee. Because when the County Public Service Board came or appeared before our committee, that is an issue they could not answer. So I could not declare conflict of interest. But when the county secretary will appear before the committee, I have a vice chair and the members who are equal to the task. And it is an issue and raised with the committee. So the issue, it didn't go down well with the leader of minority when he said, I have interest in that. No, I don't have interest. If I have a brother who is employed, he is employed like anybody else. And he was employed because he had qualifications. And when that matter will come into our committee, I will declare my interest. And my vice chair will chair, or another member. So, Madam Speaker, let's put this matter to rest by referring this matter back to the Labour Committee. Thank you. And Madam Speaker, if members are incompetent, I want to say the member from Biuni is incompetent in his committee. He sits in the budget committee, and we are in the month of July, and we have not seen the budget report. Thank you.
Honorable members, let's have one meeting.
Madam Chair, Honorable Monga has advanced mentioned me when he was making a right of reply on issues of when I alluded that the committee, especially the chairperson, is incompetent. He has said that also Honorable Member from Bioni is incompetent, and I have also rejoined it, say that because he has said I'm incompetent because I sit at budget committee and we have not brought a report on budget here. I also want to confirm that in that budget committee, I sit with the majority leader and I sit with the deputy speaker. Therefore, if I am incompetent, the majority leader is incompetent, deputy speaker is also incompetent.
Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, thank you very much. Thank you. I want the whole world to listen to this. That in that budget committee that I sit with the DS and the honorable member from Bioni, the minority side in the budget committee feels that the budget is being derailed by the majority side that sit in that committee. So we are ready, the minority, to be given an opportunity to bring to this house a minority report of the budget to be discussed. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, now that I was also mentioned.
Madam Chair,
Honorable members, honorable members.
Madam Chair, now that you see the member also mentioned to me.
Have a seat. Honorable. I am in control.
Thank you. But Madam Speaker, you see my name was mentioned by Honorable Peter Kilonzo. It is important
I am protecting you.
Thank you,
yes,
Madam Speaker. Let me just say that the member is saying that we are incompetent. We are not. We've been sitting in that budget committee for the longest, and we've never delayed the budget, bringing the budget report to this house. But now that he is enjoying the majority in the committee, you can now see that we are on 27th day of July, and we do not have a budget report. So it's his team, it's him and his team that has derailed, Madam Speaker.
No one
Thank
is
you.
incompetent. No one is incompetent. Every member is incompetent in their committees, and incompetence is not the reason why the budget is not with us up to date. So let's not divert attention to what we are doing. Issues of budget will be discussed at the right place, at the right time. Okay? So thank you. Let us deal with this matter at hand. An application has been made before me concerning, rather to adjourn this matter, because the seeker of the statement is not with us here. Of course, it is within the standing orders that when we are discussing a statement, the seeker must be present so that they can confirm whether they are satisfied with the response or not, and if they would require more clarification. Now that he did not show up, Honorable Ngunga, Then, after Honorable Mutie made an application to adjourn, other members have joined in and applying that we return this matter to the Labour and ICT Committee. And then because there were issues that the county secretary was not being traced, very wild allegations. So I would make a ruling this way, that we shall allow the adjournment from today. We shall also delegate this matter back to the Labour and ICT Committee. However, the Labour and ICT Committee will report to the House, to the General Oversight Committee on this outcome, the outcome of their report. And I'm giving that committee only 3 weeks to do that work. Okay? Then it will report in this same committee, not the House, after which we shall now be able to deal with the other issues. What I would like to emphasize is that we must get the right information from the team that is before us. And I have asked the team to give the information as it requested. Because if the seeker says they are not satisfied, we'll now just have to repeat the work until we get the right answer. So to avoid that back and forth, just let's give what has been asked. Okay? Yeah, my engagement with you today was good. Previously, it has not been that good. So there is some improvement, good improvement. I believe, yes. I believe going forward, you are going to become the best. And while you are doing that, I want you members, the team from executive, to remember that we are doing all this for our people. We have a duty to safeguard the work, the powers given to us by the Constitution, and to serve our people, the people of Machakos. They have given us that duty to do that, to ensure that monies are not lost anyhowly. Monies are taken care of so that they can go to the right people who have worked, the right people who have done whatever job they have done for the county. So that is all that we are asked to do as this team, the county government of Machakos. Protect the people of Machakos. That's all. If we can all do that without fear or favor, then we will be go very far. So that is the ruling of the chair. So we will adjourn and then have that committee of Labour and ICT. You have brought us here 2 times now. This is the second time. Akwapi? Why are you crisscrossing everywhere? From you are here, sometimes you are another time. What's the problem? This is the second time this General Oversight Committee is handling this matter. And every time we give you this work, you don't do it. This is a matter that was given to you by the House in which month? 2024. Yeah. Now, you are the same people, you are the same chair who has asked that we return that work to you. 3 weeks, if you don't do your work, then we are going to. We'll disband the committee. It is not to take up somebody's work. It is to disband the committee and form another one. We change the chair. Yeah, so members, that was on a light touch, but it is really serious. So we end it there. Yes, thank you. Okay.